So Google just dropped something that could completely change how we think about making apps. It's a new tool that lets pretty much anyone build an entire application without ever writing a single line of code. You just describe what you want, and the AI builds it for you. Let's dive in and see how this all works.
I mean, really think about that for a second. No need to hire developers, no learning complex programming languages, just your idea, typed out in plain English and turned into a real working tool. That's the crazy promise we're digging into today.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, it's called Opal, and it comes straight out of Google Labs. You know, their experimental division where all the really cool futuristic stuff gets cooked up.
At its heart, Opal is basically an AI translator. It takes your words and turns them into actions. You describe a task you want to automate, and it automatically builds this visual map, this workflow, that connects all the different AI models and tools needed to get the job done. It handles all the complicated stuff behind the scenes.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly, right? On the left, you've got the old way, a total nightmare. Locked behind developers, complex code, and it takes months. But then you look at the right, the Opal way. It's just you. You use plain English, and what used to take months, now it can literally take just a few minutes. The power to create is right in your hands.
Now, Opal has actually been around for a little while, but the reason it is exploding all over the internet right now is because of a game-changing update that just dropped in October. And we're not talking about a minor patch here. This was a massive overhaul that made the tool way faster, way smarter, and suddenly available to millions more people.
So what's with the big number 16? Well, that's how many countries can now get their hands on Opal. After a huge expansion, it's now live in places like Canada, India, Japan, Brazil, and of course, the US. This kind of global push tells you Google is taking this thing very, very seriously.
But the update was so much more than just adding more countries. They packed in 4 huge new features. First, advanced debugging, which lets you see exactly where a problem is in your workflow. Super useful. Second, they made it ridiculously fast with something they call parallel runs. They also loaded it up with more ready-to-go marketing templates and just generally made the AI smarter, so your messy ideas turn into much more polished results.
So how in the world does it build an entire app from just one sentence? The magic behind it is something called workflow chaining. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but trust me, it's actually incredibly simple. The next slide has the perfect analogy for it.
This is it. This is the absolute best way to understand how Opal works. Think of it like this. Opal has a giant box of Lego blocks, but these blocks are actually Google's powerful AI models, like Gemini for writing, or Imagine for creating images. Your instruction just tells Opal which Lego blocks to snap together and in what order. The output of one block becomes the input for the next, creating this amazing chain reaction that gives you your final product.
Building your first app is literally a 4-step process. It's that simple. First, you just describe what you want the app to do. Second, boom, Opal instantly draws out the entire workflow for you with boxes and arrows. Third, and this is so important, you can click on any of those boxes to tweak the prompt or even swap out the AI model it's using. You're in control. And finally, you hit share and your app is live and ready to use.
Okay, so the tech is amazing. We get it. But what does this mean in the real world? What can you actually do with it? Well, this is where it gets really, really exciting. This isn't just about building fun little gadgets. We're talking about creating real business value.
Just take content creation, for example. Imagine building a tool that takes a long video transcript and automatically generates 10 short, punchy video scripts from it. Or an app that writes a 5-part welcome email sequence for a new brand. These are tasks that marketers spend countless hours, sometimes days, working on.
Or think about marketing. You can literally create tools that design thumbnails for YouTube, write compelling ad copy for Facebook, or even build interactive quizzes to capture new leads. I mean, these are services that marketing agencies often charge thousands of dollars for, and now you can build the machine that automates them.
But here is the single biggest opportunity that I think almost everyone is overlooking right now. The real goldmine isn't just building these tools for yourself, it's building them for other people. Think of all the small businesses out there that desperately need this kind of automation but have no idea where to even start. You can be the one to build them simple, custom mini apps that solve their specific problems. This is a brand new service category with almost zero competition.
All right, now before we all get too carried away, let's have a quick reality check. Because as incredible as this technology is, it's important to be realistic. It is still experimental. So let's take a balanced look at the good and the not so good.
So on one hand, the power is just undeniable, right? You can build fast without code, and the new debugging makes fixing things so much easier. But on the other side of the coin, you have to remember it is still experimental, so things can break. The AI's output won't always be flawless. You'll still need to check its work. And for now, it's perfect for building simple tools and mini-apps, but you're probably not going to build the next Facebook on it, at least not yet.
So, knowing both the incredible power and the current limits, how can you actually get started? The good news is, the barrier to entry has never, ever been lower. Here's a simple plan to get you going.
Here's a practical 5-step roadmap. First, go look at freelance sites like Fiverr to see what services people are already paying for. Second, ask yourself, can I automate this task with an AI tool? Third, jump into Opal and build a quick and dirty prototype. Fourth, show it to some potential clients and get their honest feedback. And finally, refine the tool based on what they say and start selling it.
You know, this quote just perfectly captures the moment we're in. This isn't about technology replacing you. It's about being outpaced by people who learn to use these new tools to create value faster and more effectively than ever before. Adapting isn't optional anymore.
So the technology is no longer the barrier. It's free, it's accessible, and it's powerful enough to build real solutions to real problems. The question is no longer can it be built? The only real question left is, what will you create?